Voy a empezar ya. Hello, and welcome to this podcast. I am Pedro, and today I'm here with Victor and Alex to discuss about the many perspectives on the legal and illegal migration that day by day goes on from Mexico to the USA. I think that migration is a really sensitive topic to talk about, and more on the internet, where we can see clashes of ideas, though we can see different perspectives, and that is what we are here to talk about. As our first perspective, we have Jan Batalanova, a senior policy analyst at MPI and manager in the Migration Data Hub. She states that the growth in remittances and migratory flow is largely due to the fact that women have a greater capacity to maintain and generate positive relationships in all types of contexts. The idea of migration has been alive for a long time, almost 100 years to be more precise. And as the stereotype marks it, it has always been the job of a man, though we have seen a great rise in women migration, not to follow a man figure, but as a decision in order to get a better life quality, or have a greater life expectancy than what they could have here in Mexico or in Latin America. In the article, we can see how the movement has developed as the years passed by and by. As a sign of empowerment, have had good qualities of life. Immigrants represent about 14% of all females in the United States, as mothers, workers, and students. Female immigrants make important contributions to the local communities, the economy, and the society. They come from diverse origins and linguistic backgrounds, and have varied levels of education and work experiences, which in turn shape their social and economic integration. Their experiences in the United States compared to migrant men on the US, born women raise implication from sending and receiving countries, which with respect to labor opportunities, family structure, gender roles, and more.
The perspective I took was from an article named "The United States War Against Immigration", written by Douglas S. Massey, a sociologist from Princeton University, and Karina A. Pren, also from Princeton University, manager of the Mexican Immigration Project and Latin America Migration Project, in which says the United States War Against Immigration has its backgrounds with the foundation of the Programa Braceros during World War II and the policy of the United States government during the end of the 50s to permit the entry of 500,000 of Mexicans per year, in which the most enter with temporary work visas and only 50,000 with resident visas. However, by the mid-70s, it changed U.S. migrant policy, which eliminated the temporary work visas and limited the resident visas to 20,000 per year. This gives rise to a chain reaction that culminated in a war on immigrants and the unprecedented growth of the unemployed population of the United States. The xenophobia started to increase, especially during the 21st century. This proved by an interview in 2006 in which half of participants say that immigrants are a threat to the country values and the government must protect against foreign influence. Also, this xenophobia was reinforced by the terrorist attacks in the beginning of this century. During these last years, the project initiative related to the immigration increased a lot and also the approval. The Latin people know that they are not accepted, and the hate crimes against Hispans increased 40% in 4 years. Finally, this has an origin with tactics by politicians and businessmen in order to gain popularity through saying that illegal immigrants are criminals and a threat to the nation.
The perspective that I chose was from a Mexican woman right now living in Phoenix, the United States, and that works for AP News. Her name is Astrid Galvan, and she states that due to the recent policy changes in immigration, the detention facilities have become overcrowded and that there has been a significant straining of government resources. She also states that 74% of all U.S. immigration come from four countries specifically, these being Guatemala with 21%, Mexico with 19%, El Salvador with 18%, and Honduras with 16%. Out of these four countries, 688,000 people, include mostly families and unaccompanied children, are the ones that constitute this number. And as last, the perspective from Jie Song, A woman from Asia that works at the Migration Policy Institute states that because of the recent economic growth and the reform migration policies in Mexico, most migrants that are likely to go to the US are very likely to be college graduates and have a very strong English. But Mexicans that go into the United States as immigrants are more likely to have lower education levels, are more prone to suffer poverty, and are more likely to have no health insurance.